Hey fam, it is your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. I hope everyone is feeling great today and feeling blessed. I am grateful to be here and I cannot wait to get into the reading for today. The question that we are going to be asking Spirit is, what do you need for the next step in your journey? What do you need for the next step in your journey? So how this reading is going to go is you can pause the video right here if you need to, and you can look at the piles that you have in front of you and choose the pile or the piles that you would like to listen to. Pile 1, we have the Fountain Tarot deck with the citrine crystal. Pile 2, we have the Navigator's Tarot deck with the selenite stone. And then pile 3, we have the Stardust Tarot deck with the pyrite crystal. So you can pause the video right now if you need to, and just click the description box, scroll down to the timestamps, and choose the timestamp that is in correlation with the pile or the piles that you have chosen. And yeah, I will see you at your reading. All right, my pile 1 people that chose the Fountain Tarot with the citrine crystal, we are going to get started with your reading. We are asking Spirit, what do you need for the next step in your journey? I am so grateful and just so amazed with just the subscriptions, the likes, and the comments. And I just want to thank you all, thank all the new and returning subscribers. Because if it wasn't for you, I definitely don't know if I would still be here putting out some amazing content. So I'm just grateful that you all are finding it helpful. And yeah, so check out the information in the description box. I have links there for following me on Instagram, booking a personal reading with me, donating to this channel, and even checking out my Etsy store where I post my 3D and hand-painted gel press-on nails. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck just so we can get some general messages about what you need. And then we're going to go in depth with the tarot, and I have a couple other oracle decks here as well that I'm going to use. So for the next step in your journey, we have Passion that came out. Passion. Let me get one more. And then we also have Inspiration. Yeah, passion and inspiration go hand in hand. I feel like once you're inspired to do something, at that point in time, you can start to put your body into it. You know, throw your body into it. And you can start to throw your mind into it. And you can actually start to, you know, make progress on that thing, because now you have an emotional connection with these things that inspire you. So it's just giving Ace of Wands. It's giving an Ace of Wands type of thing for y'all. So maybe there's something that you do need to get excited about, especially with passion. It's like getting your passion back. So maybe you're in an environment right now where it's like it seems as though there's nothing really exciting going on. Maybe it is for you to have to create those opportunities and to create things to get excited about. So let's get some more information with the tarot, to see what else is coming up about this. Give me 1 second. I want to shuffle these cards good. Get y'all some information. So the 7 of Cups came out. Yeah, so it could be that there's multiple options and opportunities, or even just a lot of things that are kind of going on within your imagination. Like you might have a lot of goals and you might have a lot of dreams, and maybe you don't know exactly where to start. And so Spirit is probably telling you that, like, okay, it's time for you to get passionate about something. So it's probably going to be on you to have to choose, like, what makes you feel the most excited, or even what can you immediately do with the resources that you have around you. And don't feel as though you have to go out and acquire such big things. It's like, look to your immediate resources. Put yourself in that magician energy of using the available resources that you do have and see what you can create. Let me get some more information. Yeah, I feel like someone here feels like they don't have what they need to be able to accomplish the goals that they have. But it's like, you know, accomplish your goals in steps. What can you start doing today that is going to help you get even closer to where you want to be or to what you want to do? Yeah, some of y'all, I feel like with the Three of Swords, maybe you feel a little defeated, or you put yourself out there, or something that you really wanted might not have worked out. Maybe you failed. So you kind of feel bad about that thing. But I really feel as though, because y'all have just within your imagination, maybe even if you don't feel excited and passionate about something, it's like within your imagination, there's something that you want. It could just be that you all have experienced just a lot of heartbreak and pain and failure. But I really do feel like with the Six of Swords, it's like Spirit really wants you for the next step to you have to push through this, you know, in order to get to the next place and to the next step within your journey. You're going to have to push through any type of, you know, feelings of lack, feelings of failure, feeling like you don't have what you need, or, you know, trying something before, not doing the best at it, you know, failing. You know, you really have to push through that. Some of y'all could have literally just dealt with some type of heartbreak, heartache, pain, trauma of maybe losing someone that you thought that you needed for the next step. But it's like Spirit is just letting you know, like, you need yourself. You know, you need yourself, and you don't need a lot. So some of y'all literally have to pack up what little things that you have left, and you just have to go. You have to pick up and go. So yeah, it just seems as though like Spirit wants you to understand, like, for the next step in your journey, you don't need a lot. It's just saying that, like, you're going to be blessed with the little that you do have. It just requires you getting excited and being passionate about this. So don't feel like you need a lot of things. You just need yourself, a couple bags, and that's it. So yeah, there is an action card here. So yeah, it is saying that as you move forward, it's like you have to kind of leave behind any self-limiting, you know, things or beliefs, or, you know, any events from the past that actually did happen that maybe tried to prove that, you know, you weren't worthy or you weren't deserving, or just any type of hurt, pain, disappointment, frustration. Is like you have to leave those things behind, so that you can even be in a place to where, you know, blessings will actually want to come and to stay. So wherever there was chaos, you have to leave that chaos behind and to become passionate about what is important to you. So maybe you all really need to get out of the immediate environment that you're in. Maybe there really isn't too much there to be inspired by, and you probably need to go somewhere where it's a little more calmer. So some of y'all might physically have to move and change your environment so that you can become more inspired, which will help to unlock that, you know, passion within you, because you'll finally be emotionally connected to something. So maybe it is that you're not really emotionally connected to something right now. And I can understand, especially if you've just dealt with pain and trauma and you're trying to heal through that. But I feel like Spirit don't want you to stay there. You know, Spirit wants you to move out of that energy. So you kind of have to do whatever it takes, even if it means just taking yourself and the little things that you do have. You have to do whatever it takes and position yourself in a better place to allow this inspiration and this passion to develop. So I'm going to get one more card, and then we're going to move on to the other oracle decks. Ooh. So for y'all, the Seven of Wands came up as well. It's just, I feel as though like you all really have to defend your happiness, and you have to defend and advocate for what you need. So it seems as though a lot of y'all could have just been subject to so much pain and trauma, and it really set you back. it really set you back. But I feel like y'all are, the word that came to my mind was daydreamers. Like y'all are daydreamers. Like, so I feel as though with you daydreaming, it really puts you in a different vibration. And now it's time for you to just not remain in your head when it comes to these things. It's time for you to, transfer these things out into your reality, to manifest these things so that you can actually see these things. So it's like a lot of y'all could be in your head, you're probably visualizing a different, like a you, but a different you in a different place than where you currently are right now. And I feel like it's not so far-fetched. Like these aren't just, daydreams. Like those are literally visions of the coming attractions within your life. So now it's time for you to position yourself in a place to where those things that you're dreaming about, those things that are in your imagination are actually going to be manifested as, your reality, or even as a part of your reality. Yeah, like it's gonna help to give you some type of emotional fulfillment, especially here, like connection with the 10 of Cups. So I really feel as though y'all do have to bridge the gap for the next step in your journey. You have to bridge the gap between the things that you see and you being able to manifest these things in your reality. Now it's time for you to actually manifest. It's time for you to see these things. And I really do feel like it comes to you putting yourself in a place to where you can calmly focus on these things and develop a passion and a connection for what it is that you're doing, what it is that you are inspired by, or even putting yourself in a place that, I was about to say that inspires inspiration, so like a creative space, a quiet space, an environment that will allow you to be able to focus on these things and not just be focusing on, the traumatic, painful, abusive aspects to life. Like it seems like y'all are creatives. You are someone who it just seems as though like the magician energy, like that manifestation energy is so dominant within you, but it seems as though it's like your environment, something that's like holding you back and not giving you the space to explore that. And you need to be able to explore that. And some of y'all really have to start advocating and standing up for what your needs and your wants are so that you can be able to explore these things. So let me get the what deck is this? This is the sacred energy deck. So let me get a card from here to see. Xavier, I'm doing a tarot reading.
Kai's here.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. It's my son, and he has his friend, and his friend knocks on the door literally all day, and I be having work to do. Okay, this is my work. So with that being said, as far as me pulling from this deck, I wanted to get 2 messages. I need to get myself back on track, y'all. Forgive me, power and people. Like, I want to get some messages as far as like, if you do this, what can you expect in the next step within your journey? Like miracles, things happening for you, things turning around for you. And it seems as though like, because when it comes to miracles, it's like, when I tell you these miracles and things really be happening at the exact last minute or the moment that you wouldn't have expected for these things to happen, it literally happens. So it seems like you all do need that. You needed something that would help to change your reality and to help you feel more comfortable with what it is that you're doing. So some of y'all might not have ever really had the chance to explore these dreams and these goals and these things that you have on your mind. But I really do feel like within the next step of your journey, it's going to be important for you to protect that. And it's going to be important for you to take action on those things. And it's more so like you nurturing and protecting yourself as you're going through this transition. It seems like there's too many other obstacles or challenges that could potentially get in the way of you even being able to experience this miracle. So it seemed like Spirit in the next part and step to your journey, like Spirit really wants to turn things around for you. Like they really want to turn things around for you and that is going to require you having to put forth some type of action. But I really do feel as though like it's going to be a 180 change to your situation. I just feel like it requires you having to put yourself in a space that allows you to, develop these things that you want to do. All right. And we also have stillness, like, so it just seems as though like within this transition in your life, like, it's also something else that you also will be receiving just within the next step is going to be stillness. Like, because y'all have already, like, when I see this, the 3 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, is like you're putting forth a lot of energy just to protect your peace and to protect yourself. Like, you're putting a lot of energy forth in that direction, and I definitely think it's going to pay off for you all. I think you're going to go through a transformation, and I think that you all will be able to experience a time period of just peace where things are just working for you. You've transformed yourself. The picture is coming together a lot better. You filled in some puzzle pieces. You can see the vision a lot much more clear, and it puts you in a place of just assurance to where like things are working out for you, all because you decided to bring yourself out of a traumatic or chaotic place, and you decided to nurture yourself and to protect yourself. So I do think like this next step in your journey it's all you focused. I mean, right? Of course it is, because this is about you, but it's really like you focused. It seems like this is a bit of a critical time period within your life. Like, this is where you go from, just being in the, what I heard was, this is you like going into the big leagues. Like, this is you actually manifesting what you want in your life. It seemed as though like a lot of y'all could have been affected just by the everyday challenges to life and things that just kind of bog you down. But now is the place to where you actually really do transform and create something beautiful for yourself. So I want to get you all an affirmation that you can take with you. Whew. Y'all have plenty of affirmations. This is the Amenti Oracle, by the way. So I just want to get an affirmation that you can actually take with you as you move forward. And you got, I keep my own counsel. I keep my own counsel. So this is just really you listening to your own intuition. And just when I see this, I keep my own counsel, it makes me think about like checks and balances. So if you want to step up into this 7 of Wands energy right here, then Spirit says you got to keep that same energy. Okay, if you're gonna be in this 7 of Wands, like, I'm gonna defend myself, I'm gonna advocate for myself, I know what's gonna be right for me, like, then you have to keep this same energy, because it's gonna be people, places, things, situations that's gonna try to drag you back into this place of where you're just kind of focused on, these esoteric things, and you're not bringing these things into your physical reality. There's going to be plenty of things that want to hold you back. So it's going to be important for you to know what's right for you and to operate that way, because you all are in a very critical place right now where it's like you're finally connecting to something and giving yourself a chance to see through nurturing yourself just how big your idea can become, or just how much of a new or evolved and transformed person that you can become within your potential. So it's like y'all are kind of at like the beginning stages of just manifestation and feeling that power and courage within you to create something. It's like it seemed like y'all are in that beginning stages, or even just coming of age. That's something that you could be doing as well. And finally understanding that, like, what I want for my life is important to me. Like, what I say goes. Like, so it is going to require for you to be able to step up for yourself. It's like, if you're going to start defending yourself and advocating for yourself, then you have to keep that same energy. It's going to be important for you to listen to yourself. And this is not even just listening to yourself when you feel as though you're doing something right, but if something wrong is going on as well, you have to be able to check yourself. So you got to keep that same energy, continue to keep protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and it's important to do that because you have many things to create anyway. So yeah, I'm excited about that for y'all. This is amazing. It's giving it's giving we stepping into our magician energy, and I definitely do like that, because it's putting you in a place of action, and I feel like you're gonna see things really manifest in your life the more that you put yourself in a place and give yourself the chance to be able to do so, connecting to something emotionally and just staying consistent. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I definitely hope that you all enjoyed this reading. I'm sorry about the interruption, but we picked it up anyway. And yeah, see y'all in the next one. Be blessed. All right, my pile two people. If you chose the Navigator's Tarot with the Selenite Stone, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading today. I hope everyone is well. Shout outs to all the new and returning subscribers. I'm so grateful that y'all have been just engaging with my channel, and I'm just excited for even more engagement. And yeah, make sure y'all check out the information in the description box. I have links to follow me on Instagram, to donate to this channel if you would like to book a personal reading with me, and to also check out my Etsy store where I post my line of 3D and hand painted gel press on nails. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're asking Spirit, what do you need for the next step in your journey? And I also have some Oracle decks over here that I would like to use. I'm going to start with the Hip Hop Queen so that we can get 2 messages as far as in what you need for the next step. And then I'm going to be using, this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards to see, like, what is going to be the result and what you will be receiving in the next step of your journey from doing what you got to do to get there. Okay. Doing what you got to do. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have humor. Maybe y'all have been taking life a little too seriously, or life has been a little too serious and now it's time to lighten up. And then we also have versatility. Yeah, it's just, what I heard was girls just want to have fun. Like, I just feel like the next step in your journey, you need fun. Like, you need fun and you need lightheartedness. It's like life can be painful. It can. Life can be very challenging, and life can be emotionally taxing. But it seems like for you all, it's time to transition out of that into a place to where life is actually fun, and where you can find those moments in time to just relax and to enjoy your human experience. It seems like y'all haven't really had the opportunity to enjoy your human experience. It could be so to where it's just like external things have literally been beating you down and whatnot, or you've been involving yourself with, toxic people or toxic things in life that have beaten you down. I just feel like for the next step in your journey, like Spirit just wants you to be a lot much more lighthearted and a lot much more playful, and just not as heavy. So if there's anything that's heavy on you, like heavy on your mind, heavy on your heart, it might be time for you to let those things go. If there's nothing that you can do about it, or if there's something you can do about it, just do something so that you can let these things go. So if it's forgiveness, if like, forgiveness is tough. Like, forgiveness is very challenging, but it's like forgiveness is all about you, so that you're not still carrying those things on your heart, carrying those things on your mind. So that's what I mean. If there's anything that you can do, if you just have to just accept, forgive, just do what you have to do so that you can be a lot much more lighter and a lot much more lighthearted. But I feel like with this versatility, it's like it's time for y'all to Stop seeing life in one way, even if you've only experienced it that way. It's time for you to become a lot much more positive about your circumstances. And even if your circumstances are not, when you look at it, even if it's not all the way positive, it's also about understanding that there's a silver lining. It's like every cloud has a silver lining. Like, even though a situation might be like tore up from the floor up, like messed up, like there's a silver lining. There is an aspect about it that you can be positively optimistic about, just so it changes you and your perception of it. So I'm gonna get y'all some more cards. Some more tarot cards. Like, I was literally looking for the tarot deck because I was really just channeling from these two cards. But yeah, y'all are, I mean, you don't have to be so stubborn. It's time to be flexible with your thinking. It's time to be a little more flexible with yourself. You don't have to just keep living life in a specific way because you're used to living it that way. It's like you can actually start to see life from a different way. And I feel as though like y'all actually can put a different twist on things. Like, I feel like y'all, once you start to really become a lot much more positively optimistic and just more lighthearted and fun, I really feel as though people will begin to look at you and, you know, say like, well, this person, regardless of what they went through, they're still just being so fun and just so like, you know, just so positive to be around. I feel like you having the ability to do that within the next step of your journey is going to put you in a place of influence where the other people that are around you can learn to do the same thing. So yeah, let's get some cards from this tarot deck and see what else comes up. So the card that came up for y'all was the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's just like, it's just letting me know that like, well, with the Wheel of Fortune, I always think about change and I think about positive change. So it could be true that y'all were just going through a lot of negative cycles when it came to life, or you could have just really been struggling in life. But it's like things are changing for you within the next step of your journey. And I think that because things are changing, and especially changing positively, you know, changing positively, it's time for you all to, you know, become more playful, to become more optimistic, so that you can become happy when these happy, you know, things are happening to you. Because sometimes when, you know, after a period of just disappointment, when something good happens, it's like you might not even be in the place to 100% be grateful for this thing that's happening because you're so used to bad things happening to you. But it's like, no, within this next step in your life, like clearly a lot of positive and great things are going to happen. And I feel like spirit wants you to get into that energy right now. Like, don't wait until those things start to happen to feel this way. Get into the energy. And I feel like where y'all are stubborn, these great things are definitely going to force you to, you know, have to be a little more versatile and to see things a little differently, to be a more flexible, a little more mutable, you know, just like that, that water energy of just, you know, water really can change into multiple different forms. So it's time for you all to, you know, change. It's time for change. Like, it's time for you to you have to go with the flow. Yeah. So we have Chariot, the Chariot card as well. Yeah, I feel like things are definitely going to be picking up for you within this next, you know, step within your life. And I just really think it's because of the positive and the optimistic energy that would be coming from you, you know, and just with the fact that things are changing as well. I feel like as though these are going to be quick changes, and these are going to be even lasting changes, and it's going to keep going in that direction. So yeah, like, I mean, the next step in your journey is great. Is great. It's great. Like, the fact that things are changing for you, that's great, especially if you've dealt with, like I said, just not having the best human experience. It seems as though your human experience is about to get even better. Spirit just wants you to get into that energy so that you can receive it and know that this is lasting. And it's going to keep going in that direction, because with the Chariot card, it also says conclusion. Like, conclusion if you're writing an essay, you know the conclusion is wrapping everything up together at the end. So it really does make me feel as though like whatever, you know, journey, whatever the next step is for you, like this next part of your journey is going to be lasting. So I'm excited for you. It's a lot. And I know it's a lot to finally trust when great things are happening to you, that this is like happening to you. It's a lot to trust that. But you have to trust it. You have to, like, so let me see what else comes up for y'all. Yeah, you have to trust it. Yeah, it just seems as though like life is definitely going to be reciprocating a lot, reciprocating and giving back. So it's like you all will be experiencing, you know, positive karma maybe for the things that you've done in the past. You'll be experiencing more harmony, more balance. Even with the Two of Cups, they could potentially be, you know, you joining forces, being in a relationship with someone else, to where it's like it just kind of makes sense for your life. But for y'all, generally, I would just say that it seems as though like a lot of the energy and these things that you've put out will also be positively reciprocated back to you. It just seems as though y'all would come into more balance and harmony with, you know, with your life, with the things that you will be creating for yourself. But it just seems as though like spirit just really wants you to put yourself in that vibration even before it happens, so that as these positive things are happening to you, you're better able to accept them. Let me get one more card. And then we have the Four of Wands here as well. So, I mean, this is the Four of Wands. Like, definitely, if you are looking for a fulfilling relationship, then yeah, that definitely is it's available to you. Because with the Four of Wands, that it, to me, that denotes like a marriage as well. But even more so, it just seems it looks like a compromise. It also looks at stability, excuse me, and then even success after a period of hardships. Or for some of y'all, I feel like you're just kind of holding your breath right now. So finally being able to excel, to have the things that you need, to be stable in the things that you need. For some of y'all could be very focused on building a better home environment, or even a family life or a house. And it seems like you all will, things will be moving seamlessly in that direction. But I definitely do get, you know, a lot of positivity from this deck, and I feel from this pile rather. And I just feel like within the next step of your journey is like spirit just wants you to be optimistic and be positive, because things are really positively changing. And it'll be a nice wrap up and a conclusion to just everything else that you've been experiencing that's potentially not within your highest good. So this is like y'all really are gonna have to renew yourself, renew yourself, maybe possibly even how you see yourself or even how you feel about yourself. Really starting to feel like you're deserving of these amazing things that are coming to you. But yeah, spirit wants you to get into that feeling. Raise your vibration. It's like if you're trying to manifest something into your life, you have to already feel as though you have those things right now. So it is going to require some work from you, but I think that the majority of it is just going to be within letting go. And that's, you know, you probably look around and you see like happy people and just people that are just so positive, and it's like you might think like, oh, they're just bypassing or spiritually bypassing, or they're not, you know, they're not taking into account that life is tough and life is hard. And that's not necessarily true. Like, you can be optimistic but still know that life is challenging and life is hard, but you don't have to sit in that emotion of, oh, life is hard and life is challenging. Like, when you're optimistic, you understand that like things change, but it requires you having to believe that things will change, to be able to see it, to be able to experience it, and to be able to be grateful for it as these things are changing. So yeah, I just feel like it's important for y'all's, personal energy and vibration to catch up, because the next step in your journey is definitely going to be very emotionally fulfilling. And it seems like your life will seriously be changing, and it's going to be changing fast, and it's going to be a lasting change. So you gotta catch up. That's all I can say. Catch up. Um, okay, so let's pull from the Sacred Destiny Oracles just to see, what you will be receiving within the next step of your journey. So now you know what you need. You know what you need to do. Now, what are you going to be receiving? We have new beginnings. New beginnings. That is amazing. Like, if you experience life one way, just understand that you will be turning a new leaf. And the possibilities that I got are very endless for you all. Like, it's like you'll finally be merging, these dreams and things in your mind with, actually being able to ground these things within your reality as well. So if you were attracted to pile one, there's an intersectionality here between pile one and pile two. So you can go watch that if you would like to, if you thought you were going to choose that pile. Let's get you one more card. The other card that came up was inner peace. Inner peace. And here we have I think these are koi fish. And actually, it relates back to the going with the flow type of energy, like that mutable energy, the water energy. So I just feel as though like you all will be experiencing an inner peace just from being able to see things in a more positive and optimistic way. Because like I said, the next step of your journey is the next part of your journey is, I think, is going to be amazing. And I think that, you're really going to eventually find some type of happiness and delight in where you are in life. I just feel as though like it's important for you to get into that energy and vibration now. Like that's what spirit wants you to do. Like lighten up, go have some fun, play. Like life doesn't have to be, so serious. You don't have to take things so serious. It's time for you all to really enjoy your human experience. And I feel like the next part in your journey is going to allow for you to do that. And you'll have this inner peace. And something that I heard is that y'all will never be the same. So you'll never go back to, who you used to be or even who you are right now. Because this is, we projecting out into the future, the next step. So I feel like who you are now is like, you're never gonna be this person again. It's like, in a sense, y'all would have evolved and stepped into a new, stepped into becoming a new energetic being. And I just feel as though like there's going to be so much light that's coming from within you that is really going to help to inspire and influence other people to want to be the same way, to not want to take life so serious, to actually want to enjoy the other aspects of life and their human experience. So I just feel as though like y'all will be kind of like paving a way for other people as well to start to see things positively and see that there's a silver lining. I like that for y'all because I feel like it's gonna be, and I feel like y'all are gonna, just be grateful, and I don't know. I like that for y'all. It's just like, yeah, you thought your light was dim, and then it's like you tap that light bulb a couple times, and then that light bulb is just like so bright. I just feel like y'all are gonna be a source where people are gonna be coming to you, just because of it's just all this light. Like I feel like y'all are gonna be feeling so much more confident about yourself, and just have even more self-esteem and reassurance in you, and you being able to change your situation. Like I don't know, I really love that for y'all. It just seemed as though like somebody coming back to life, I just heard back to life, back to reality. Like the song by Soul to Soul, Back to Life. Like y'all might really like that song too, but that's the song that I really channel. It's like just somebody coming back to life, like resurrection or transformation. It's just it's needed. It's needed because now you all won't feel so disappointed or so let down. Like y'all might be feeling let down, but I don't know. I love this for y'all. Now let's get an affirmation to close out this reading, because like I really was about to keep going with this, but it's like this is just a pick a card, like. So the affirmation that y'all got was, I relate in peace. I relate in peace. So yeah, like here we have with the peace, with inner peace and whatnot coming up again. It just seems as though like the next step in your journey is just, it's going to inspire peace within you and peace within yourself. And I feel like it's going to be you just lightening up and not taking things, you know, so harshly, or feeling like you have to get stuck living life one particular way. It's like, no, like you're required to be flexible and to see that, you know, your life could play out in a different way. Like think about the limitless possibilities, you know, and understanding that like there's multiple storylines to my life. Like your life is literally a movie. There's multiple storylines through the multiple choices that you make. So what choice are you going to make? Are you going to keep remaining in a negative type of pessimistic type of attitude, which I can understand because maybe life has thrown you those lemons and you know, you've had to experience life that way. But it's also understanding that like that way of living isn't actually peaceful to you. Like you don't feel that inner peace on the inside of you. So when you move forward, I feel as though you're only gonna, you know, want to involve yourself or put yourself in, you know, places or situations or relationships that really do inspire that peace that's within you. And that's because you took the time to, you know, elevate your vibration and to be a lot much more positive and optimistic, and actually put forth that intention that, you know what, when my time here, I want to enjoy my time here. I don't just want to be struggling in my time here. I want to live good in my time here, you know. Within this human experience, like I want to live good. I want to be at peace. I don't want to continue experiencing life this particular way. So for y'all, it's really a personal choice. But I feel as though like, you know, spirit really wants y'all to catch up, you know, get into the vibration, because a lot of great things are about to happen to you. And it's important for those things to stick and for those things to last, is for you being in a place to where you can, you know, handle those things and be grateful for those things and appreciate those things by feeling that you deserve those things, because y'all deserve it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I hope that y'all enjoyed this reading. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. My pile 3 people, if you chose the Stardust Tarot with the Pyrite Crystal, we are going to get started with your reading. I definitely want to say welcome and a shout out to all the new and returning subscribers. Thank you so much for engaging with this channel, liking, commenting. I love it. And I'm so thankful for y'all coming to, you know, just share your stories and, you know, comment and thank me for readings. Like I thank y'all for actually coming and engaging with those things. I appreciate y'all. Definitely make sure you check out the information in the description box. I have links there if you would like to follow me on Instagram, donate to this channel if you would like to. It's not a requirement. And then also booking a personal reading with me, there's a link there for that as well. And last but not least, checking out my Etsy store where I post my new line of 3D and hand painted gel press on nails. So make sure y'all check that out. I have some amazing things that I'm going to be releasing very soon on that store. So yeah, sis is always working, and I'm excited to be here doing this work for y'all. So let's get into it. We're asking spirit, what do you need for the next step in your journey? I'm going to put the tarot cards to the side for a second, and I'm going to use the Hip Hop Queens deck so I can get 2 general messages. After that, I'm also going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle card so I can get some messages on like what you'll be receiving, you know, as a result of doing what you need to do to step into this, you know, next phase of your journey. And then I'm going to get y'all an affirmation card from the Amenti Oracle to finish the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. What do you need for the next step in your journey? right, we have healing. Okay, that's major. We have healing. Ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I accidentally bent one of my cards. Give me 1 second. I just need one more card. I just need one. I just need one. Spirit like, oh, you need 5. All right, healing and change. Okay. All right, healing. So maybe you're at a place right now and where there's some, well, this is kind of similar to, I guess it's similar to one of the other piles. I can't remember because it'd be a lot. But if you were attracted to any of the other piles, pile 1 or 2, you could definitely go back and listen to that as well. But we have healing, we have change. I'm just going to get one more card so I can get an additional message. And because sometimes the cards really be like a continuation. So let me just get one more. Y'all are lucky folks. You get one more. So the card that came out was love. Love, healing, change, and love. So maybe some of y'all, for the next step of your journey, what I got was like putting yourself out there. Maybe it's time for you all to put yourself out there. If you're scared to put yourself out there, it's time for you to do so. I feel like that is kind of within your highest good. Maybe some of y'all are ashamed of who you are, or you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like your past is a hindrance to your future. Something like that. It's like, it's something that came up. It's like not feeling good enough, not feeling deserving, something like that that's coming up. But I feel as though something I want you all to understand is like your past doesn't have to define your future. It does not have to. So I feel like some of y'all might be a little ashamed, or you feel a little guilty about maybe things that you've done before. Maybe you weren't at your highest and most evolved self with some of the things that you've gotten into, or even some of the people that you've dealt with. They were not a true accurate reflection and depiction of who you were on the inside. Some of y'all could have been wearing a false mask, maybe just kind of going along to get along, or only showing certain aspects of yourself because you felt like other people wouldn't appreciate you for just you being you. It's something like that. It's like feeling like you just had to go along to get along, feeling that you had to be a certain type of way to people because that's the only way that they could comprehend you to be. And I just feel as though like for the next step in your journey, it's really going to be all about self-love for you and being authentically you. So it's something like that. It's like, I don't want to say that y'all are people pleasers, but I think that you give people what you feel like they want from you, but you don't really give to yourself what you need, if that makes sense. It's like you give people what they want, even if it's not in correlation with who you really are. It's like, in a sense, it'd be like you putting other people above yourself because you're giving them what they want, but that's not really who you are. Let's get into it. Let me get the tarot cards and get into it, because it's just like for the next step in your journey, it's like Spirit really wants you to love yourself. And when you love yourself, sometimes you have to prioritize your own healing, growth, and transformation over what other people would want or expect from you. And you have to do that, because it's like if you don't, it's like you're betraying yourself. Spirit don't want y'all to betray yourself within the next step. And the next step of your journey is like you have to be unapologetically you and be okay with being unapologetically you. You have to be you. You have to be you. And you can't limit your growth, and you can't limit your development. You can't limit yourself. It's time for y'all to be limitless and I can't say this, but spirit was just like, I'ma just say F what a hater has to say. Cause in my mind it was like F a hater. Like, but it said the word, you know? But it's like for y'all, it's like you F what other people have to say about you. Other people could have talked down on you and could have tried to limit you with their words. Now it's time for you to be limitless, because all they can do at the end of the day is respect you, and from who you at the point of who you created yourself to be. So don't keep yourself someplace because you feel as though this is what people want or need from you, or it fits their agenda. You have to be unapologetically you, and that's really what spirit wants you to do within this next step of your journey. That's what you need. You need to be unapologetically you. You don't have to be some way because this is how people are used to you being, or you don't have to be this way to fit into other people's agenda and intentions for your life. I'm gonna get some more cards, but nah, like these three cards right here, like these three cards right here, that's why I need to get y'all another card, because I really need to understand where this is going. Like these three cards right here are hitting. Yeah, like y'all might definitely in this next journey, in this next step within your journey, like with the Hermit card, it's like you do have to put yourself into a place of solitude by choice so that you can really learn yourself. Like the Hermit energy is really all about like you're looking within, but you're making the choice to take a step back and to look within. So you could definitely be, you know, putting yourself in a place of solitude. It's not to say that you're lonely, but sometimes you really got to go off by yourself so that you can figure yourself out. It seems as though y'all need this time to understand who you are, and to understand that like you can refine who you are. You don't have to continue being who you are just because this is how people place you, and this is who they know you to be. Like bump them. That's what spirit's saying. Like F what a hater has to say. Like you don't have to be this way because people are used to you being this one way. You can evolve, you can change, you can refine yourself. You can wake up and decide that you want to do something different with your life, or you could wake up and decide that you want to look different. You can choose to do anything you want to do at any given point in time in your life, and you don't need someone else's permission. And if you sit there and keep asking for someone's permission or for something, you would be betraying yourself. You would be betraying yourself. The card that came up was, I kept shuffling because I knew that there was a card that flipped over, and here we have the star card. It's like, it seemed like y'all really it seemed like y'all really, just by taking the choice to just be unapologetically you, it seemed as though y'all would get a lot further being you than being what someone else expects of you. Y'all would get a lot further. So a lot of y'all within the next step in the journey, like y'all need to separate to elevate. That's what's coming up here with the Hermit card and the star. This is the definition. This is the definition of separate to elevate. So that's you separating yourself from maybe outdated beliefs about yourself, separating yourself from outdated people, maybe people that don't deserve to be in your life anymore, or people that are only going to see you as one way. They're not going to support and nurture your growth and transformation. It's going to be important for you to, if you don't have anybody around you that is going to help to support you through this, it's going to be important for you all to support yourself through this. And that's why you have to really, with this Beyonce energy, you have to bring in that self-love, so that you can elevate and get yourself, you know, to a different level. It's definitely very possible for you all, because spirits are like, it's time for you to separate to elevate. Like this could be you always knowing that you were a star, but now that you focus and hone in on what you're doing, it's like you actually start to see these things happen around you. So it's just giving, it's giving like just the calm. What I heard was the calm before the storm, but it's not a bad storm. It's like you have to create these storms and waves in your life, because after the storm, then you can pick up with what you have left. So it just is like, it's time for y'all to really create waves in your life, but you have to go off and do these things on your own. Like you must separate to elevate, so you're not constantly doing what other people would expect you to do. So maybe it's some of y'all It's like you want to go off and have a different career, but maybe your family expects you to be a doctor or a lawyer like the rest of them. Like, that's an example. It is like maybe your family expected you to have a certain amount of money at this point in time in your life, and then you end up doing one thing and that thing catapults you into greatness, you know, and you had more than what you thought you could ever have just from you not doing what they expected of you. And now you're doing what you want for yourself. You're being who you are, and now you're being blessed because you decided to be unapologetically you. You know, something like that. It's like, what do you want for yourself outside of what other people expect you to do? And that's who you need to be. So we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's just it's just, when I see the Six of Wands and a star card, like, this is literal. Like, y'all could literally be on the precipice of becoming stars or celebrities or very known within your field. Whatever it is, it seems as though you're going to be getting a lot of attention and a lot of validation from being this way. So just be who you are, like, and you'll find success within being who you are. You're not going to be living up to anybody else's expectations for your life. And that's going to be a very healing thing for you to understand that, like, you are enough, like, how you are, who you are, like, people are going to still be delighted in that. It's like, if you continue to do other things that people expected you to do, it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're not going to get brownie points and extra cookies for doing what other people expect you to do or playing into their agenda. You're just doing for them that they're not going to turn around and do for you. Like, you're not getting extra brownie points by being this way. Like, you're not. Like, I'm not being mean to y'all. I'm just saying that, like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you might as well not, you know, and go be you and experience your success over there. It's like, don't make yourself a martyr for someone else. Like, just don't do that, because you're not going to be happy at the end of the day. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel like if you put yourself first and do, like, what you expect of yourself, like, it's just going to lead to even more, you know, lasting changes within your life, like, even more opportunities. And this might be a slow development for you all. It might be something that happens very slowly, but at least you'll be taking, you know, one step, putting one foot in front of the other. It seems as though this process that you're undergoing, the next step within your life, it's really like you making these changes to focus on yourself, to give yourself love, to not betray yourself, to give yourself the permission. Is like, it's going to open a door for many other just positive changes and opportunities for you that you actually can be able to take a hold on, and that you deserve, because you took the time to focus in on what it is that you wanted. You're not just aimlessly going through life anymore. Like, Spirit really wants you to, you know, step up for yourself, you know, advocate for yourself. I think the pile that would relate to y'all would be like pile 1, now that I think about it, because it's an intersectionality between those two piles. But it's just like you stepping in for yourself. Like, who is going to step in for you? That's why you have to be in a position to step in for yourself. But you need that certain degree and level of self-love that is going to push you to do that, you know? I think that it was within your habitual behavior to always be there for someone else, or to be giving to someone else. And it's like, now it needs to be within your habitual behavior to give to yourself first. And it's not a selfish thing. You all need this. Y'all need this. And it's like, don't deny yourself of something that you need. And I was looking at the healing card. It's like, you need this. So don't deny yourself of that. Don't feel like someone else is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And it's going to be rewarding. It's going to pay off for you. Let's use the Sacred Destiny Oracle just to see, like, you know, what you will be receiving in the next step of your journey, because you did what needed to be done. You gave what needed to be given. We're going to see what you will be receiving. These are like gifts. I just look at it like, what are you going to be gifted with for your obedience? We have power. And I remember I said it's like the calm before the storm, but it's like not a bad storm. It's like it's something that's needed to shake things up. And I really feel like that's what y'all would be doing. It's like y'all would be imposing those, you know how like, if you're familiar with like the tower card and like tower moments, and like when tower moments happen, it's like some people might be caught off guard because it's just like these external things that are happening around you and you didn't expect it. It seemed as though y'all would be tearing things down. Like y'all would just be like, nope, this is not me. I need to let go of this. Like, or nope. Like for some reason, the image I got is like you cleaning out your closet and just being like, I don't like this. This doesn't fit me. This doesn't fit my new image of who I am. Or like ripping stuff off your walls and just being like, this doesn't accurately depict who I am. It's like y'all would be inflicting those tower moments. You know, y'all would be, you know, y'all would be initiating those tower moments. I shouldn't have said inflicting. It's like initiating. It's like y'all would be tearing things down. Like, nope, this is not me. Gotta get rid of this. Nope, this is not me. It's like coming into who you are. And I can't even say like coming into age, or you're becoming an adult now. It's because adults really still will go along just to get along, even if it's against the betterment of who they are. But for y'all, you're just like, nope, that's not me. Like, this is me. So it's like getting rid of things that are no longer you. And it's just like a certain level of empowerment that you're going to feel from that self-love. It's going to be very healing to you. And y'all need that. I feel like you probably was like betraying yourself and not giving yourself the permission to live. But like the time is now. For the next step in your journey, you're going to have to live. And in order to get the fullness of these blessings and things that are available to you, it's like you have to be you. You have to rip away everything that is not you to get to the core of who you are and start living through that. Let me get another card for y'all, and then I'm going to get you an affirmation. Oh crap, my cards flipped over, and I just want one more. Like, we have purity. Yeah, we have purity. Yeah, I just feel like for y'all, it's kind of getting back to the basics of who you are. And there's a certain level of enlightenment that you would really be experiencing through just living as who you are, like with nothing in the way. There's just a certain type of, when I see purity, it also makes me think about like the death card, where it's kind of like you're just letting go of things that aren't to your highest good, that aren't of your highest good, and you're in a sense like purifying yourself. Maybe some of y'all, what came to mind was like spiritual baths as well. That's something that came to my mind. And it's just kind of letting go of all that energetic, like the word that came to mind was gunk. Just letting go of all of that like energetic stuff, like that just does not, like, it's not helping you. It's just holding you back. And when you're healing, it's like that's what you have to do anyway. It's like you have to start to let go of, you know, maybe certain mindsets or certain behaviors and actions and things that you were doing. It's like when you're healing, you have to take a certain level of accountability for keeping yourself in a certain place or situation, or maybe not even doing enough, or not advocating for yourself, or just allowing yourself to become abused and allowing yourself to be victimized. It's like you have to let go of those things and really start to, you know, protect yourself and your boundaries and your peace and your energy. It just seems as though you all would be more so in the driver's seat of your life. Like, it's not about how people used to see you in the past. Like, every day is a day that you can take to put yourself under the process of refinement and to become new. You don't have to remain the same way. And that love, that self-love that is within you is going to be the thing that is going to help to propel you into these changes. It's like having that self-love and understanding what you deserve and what is undeserving of you. So I love this energy for y'all. It just gives transformation. Like, I already saw the change card, but when I think about purity, it makes me think about purification and just transformation as well. Like, just letting things go. It seemed like y'all would just be experiencing enlightenment as well. That's just letting old beliefs and habits and things die, like, and adopting a new perspective, adopting something new. But let me give y'all an affirmation, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this reading for today. And I just need one affirmation, because this is the type of deck where all the cards will just fall on the desk. Like, it just did it. So I just need one. I honor virtue. I honor virtue. So how does that look like for you? So it's just, I feel like the main thing for y'all is just the virtue as far as within just being yourself unapologetically and not wearing a false mask anymore. Like, it's not even more so you deceiving other people, because people, let me tell you, they're going to take whatever you give them. I'm just being completely real. People are going to take whatever you give them, especially if it's good enough for them and it fits within their agenda and their intentions for you. They're going to take it. That's what they're going to do. Like, but it's important for you all to stop doing that. Stop giving people what you feel like they want and give them what you need. And if what you need means that you can't do the same things that you used to do, or you can't live up to their expectations, well then, oh well, they need to learn that everybody isn't here just for your disposable use. Stop being disposable to these people. What's the virtue that's within you? What is it that you want? It's like you coming into yourself. Like, that's why I'm like, it's not coming of age or now you're a grown up now. It's like you're learning something important that a lot of people don't really look at, and then they start wondering why they so unhappy with life and unhappy with themselves, and that's because they did not live for themselves. You have to live for you. So what does that look like to you? Self-love is a very important virtue. If you don't have self-love, then it's like 9 times out of 10 you don't know what you deserve. You don't have boundaries. People can come in, come out of your life. They could do this and do that, and you just got to be left picking up the pieces. It's like, no. Now it's time for you to be firm and to be strong in who you are. Like, now is that time. I feel like, some people going to be upset with these changes that you're making and you loving yourself. But if someone's upset with you loving yourself and putting yourself first, then just understand, like, this is not the person that should be in your life at all. Or these are not the people that should be in your life. You want to be around people that are supportive of the healthy changes that you must make for yourself, for your own progressive development. And if you don't have them people around, then you just have to have that self-love for yourself and give yourself the permission. Don't betray yourself. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it right there. I definitely hope you all enjoyed this reading. I hope that it resonated. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and be blessed, y'all. Can't wait to see y'all in the next one.